how you come down. I'm making a video, you keep playing.
Okay.
Alright, here I am, back in the cave. And I have a little semi co-host with me right here. Jimmy, you can say hi to everybody?
Hi.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Now, sorry about that, let me set the camera up again.
Hey, turn it. Turn that.
No, you use yours and I'll use mine, we'll be good.
Yeah, and car go on this one. I go on here and on here.
Okay, you
I should go on.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, buddy, you hang out there and you play your game and I'm gonna talk to the people. Okay?
Look, there's folk. Look, and Wayne, I get a folk away.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, see? Wayne, I get a folk away. See?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
You go like that.
Okay, you play your game. Alright, so Sarah's daughter, our daughter, and her son have got sore backs, some sore pains, and she's got some pains anyway, so they gotta go to the hospital today. I didn't sleep last night at all. I just got home like half an hour ago, and we're down another vehicle, so they took off in my pickup, and off they go. They're who knows how long they're going to be there, right? The old Canada Stand emergency doctor, or medical system. Sucks. So where are we at? I got a lot of news, got a lot of things to talk about, a few things to mention, and some thoughts to think about. This is important. Important to some, unless you're one of those pinheads that just comes here and thinks you're being entertained and you need something for you. I'll bite my lip. So, the journey. Like I said earlier, my focus has been on the communication end of things now, which puts me way past needing proof, right? I have absolutely broken away from the dog shit human herd. And that doesn't mean anything bad about the good humans, the bad shit show. I'm out. I've been out for quite some time. And I want answers. I want answers. And I believe I am getting them rapidly. So, where to start? Just so you know, I think I've had about two and a half hours sleep. I just got home, and now it's just me and this little guy and the dogs. I just got set up. I had to climb on the roof and put my satellite dish back on the roof in the rain a second ago. Gather myself. Losses just recently happened, but building up to it, I'm going to have to take you along. So, my pursuit of learning answers, the real hardcore answers, the very informative answers, the ones that have been kept absolutely secret from us. That's what I'm after. And when I went down to the United States, I was starting off in Alabama. I was going to work my way over to Texas and then Arizona and hook up with people. Obviously, I got that nasty infection, day 3. Stayed with me the whole time, and I'm still suffering from it right now, today. I know, that's not the topic. I get it. Now, I did realize, too, that while I was down there, my gut was... How can I even describe myself being in tune with myself? It's very hard to put into words. But I've allowed my inner self to answer questions and direct me with basically life for quite some time now. And only the past couple of years...
I can't play this one.
Okay.
I can play the other one.
All right. And I can't explain how I've been coming along with being more in tune with myself, but I've had a few things happen that I don't really share online because it's kind of difficult to do. But I've had my inner voice, whatever it is, guide, whoever, whatever it is it me, it's somebody else, I don't know. It's been ramping up for me to the point that I'm listening even more than I have been able to in the past, although I was aware of the importance of listening to myself when it comes to many decisions. What I'm getting at is, while I was in the South, I was being...
This one works.
What?
This one works.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then I was being drawn back home, without a doubt. Was the eye infection inflicted on me to make sure I made that choice? Who knows? Random coincidence, probably, but you never know. And I did realize that something was telling me that all the answers I were looking for in what were going to be those moves were actually right here in my backyard. That's what I was realizing that while I was in the States. Because normally I'll fight through anything, any discomfort, I don't give a shit. If I need to do something, I fight through whatever discomfort I got and I go to get it done. But I was definitely being drawn to go home. And this was obviously, these eyes being infected was so nasty and discomforting. I couldn't even frickin' drive properly. Whatever happened, whatever's going down, I ended up coming back. Right? Now, fast forward. Our friend Darren, who was on here, I believe the video with him and I is on the membership section of this channel, where the funds are used to feed hungry children. I think that video is still there. Now, Darren and I have been frequenting basically the same places for a lot of years. Hunting the same way, a lot solo. We're definitely drawn to and more in tune with the real world than not. He spends a lot of time, he just up and leaves and boogies into where he likes to go. In British Columbia, hunting, fishing, and doing his thing. A lot solo. And that is also, it was years ago that he became aware of these people when he saw one broad daylight in the coastal mountains of British Columbia, where he's been hunting for years. Thought it was a grizzly bear down below him. I think he said at 75 yards. Is it 175 or 75? Or maybe he saw it at 75 until it went out to about 175. But either way, this being got up down there in front of him. He had noises in the night in camp before he woke and hiked up the hill. He said it was about a half a kilometer hike from camp. Now, he heard noises around his camp that night. Didn't know what's up. Thought it odd. Went up in the morning. Took note that there was nothing. No sounds, no nothing. No animals. He should have been at least seeing some does and stuff, mule deer. He's in the alpine. He's mountain hunting for sheep. He's not seeing nothing. And he's nuzzled into a rock slide in a basin in the mountains. And all of a sudden, straight down below him, he said he felt like he was being watched. And then he said that something got up.
Turn off.
Did it turn off?
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh. Hold on a second. Change it. Okay, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay, little man. Some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Now, where was I? So, Darren threw his scope up on this being, and he said it looked right frickin' through his soul, right back at him through his scope. Didn't take his eyes off of him the whole time. It was booking straight away from the bottom of the basin. He said also that the look on his face was like he was old and tired. As well as your typical description, covered in hair, large, huge, not a human, not a monkey, not a gorilla, walking upright and booking away from him and keeping an eye on him. Then I believe he left and went somewhere else, still trying to deal with what's going on, wrap his noodle around it. Now, an area that he frequents that's not far from here is an area where I've been aware that these people are there. Without a doubt, I've been aware of it for a long time. I've been near there, and I feel the pressure when I go on the board. What I have is my little border when I can feel that. I feel something's going on right there, and I can't. It's not settling, it's not threatening, but I can feel it. And one time, because I was doing a job 3 years ago, not too far from there, I went out there. And I went right to the edge. I went down the road where the current native community basically sees these beings almost nightly. Basically, what I've been told from the locals there is like somebody will come in from town and say, "Oh, we're seeing another Sasquatch on the road on the way down the hill here." No big deal. So I take note of that. Now, Darren has a lake that he goes to, this remote lake, and him and his wife went there a couple years ago, and he stashed a canoe there. The road's all deactivated now. You can't even get a quad in there. You got to hike in 7 kilometers or something. I know exactly where it is, and it's not far at all from where my mother was terrified in a cabin in a float in a lake, remote fly-in only, float plane fly-in only lake, and something absolutely huge walked right behind the cabin when my dad and another guy went away from the cabin in a small aluminum boat. Without a doubt, that being was following them down the lake, keeping an eye on them, seeing what they're doing. Without a doubt. My mom was terrified. Never forgot that. And that's also a big indicator, clue to me that these people are right around that particular area. So anyways, Darren and his wife had something knocking on rocks, sounded like wood on trees, etc., around them, around the lake when they were there. They ended up leaving.
They turned the ocean on.
And then he went back in there again, and he showed me a pile of various bones in a certain one small area. Different wildlife species of bones piled up. Different species. Found it rather odd. And he also found what looked to be a absolutely cleaned off skeleton of a deer. Obviously it couldn't have been that old because all the legs and everything, the spine and the ribs, everything's still intact, hanging off each other. Hanging in a tree like 8 feet up, hanging on a limb on the stubby limb of a huge cedar tree. We posted those pictures up. You found that. And he's gathering more clues that these people are around where he frequents too. And then obviously I think he said he felt like he's being watched, pretty quiet. Then he went again. Tried to go to the lake, he hiked in, but now his mind is being more aware, right? His mind is becoming more aware they are where he's going. Take note of that. So he's thinking about them. His mind is probably only on that thought as he's hiking that lake again. Then he heard the vocalization, grunts, calls, growlish. I think he can describe it more accurately tomorrow. And then he's like, "I'm out of here." And they were beating on trees behind him for quite some time. And then he pulled out his cell phone and he caught the tail end of it, of the sounds of the trees getting smacked right there. I mean, it was right there. You can tell by the smacks in the trees, whatever it was, however they're making the noise, scared the shit out of him. He's booking. He's like, "I'm out of here." He left. And he's pretty upset. He's texting me right away. Then what happened? Then I think I relayed that to you guys on here. And then a native friend of his from that area, who he's worked with and known for years and trusts, got a hold of him and said, "Hey, I've seen these people around that lake for years, lots of times, seen them." And he's like, "No way, holy cow." And that man is not here right now, but apparently there's a chance he may sit down around a fire with us and have a conversation to share knowledge with us here in the near future. So that's another big one for Darren, as he's gaining knowledge of what's going on where he frequents in this particular area. Now what's happened? Then he went for another hike not too far from there and found those odd bones up in a branch and down on the ground below a rock bluff. And then he's like, "Okay, something's going on here." He didn't touch them. He says, "I'm not touching these things." Then what happened? Then after that moment in time, my timeline here, I got a hold of Mr. Richard Hucklebridge and Rich Germeau and listened to them. And listened to what they had to say about communicating smoothly and who or what these beings may be or may not be. Mr. Hucklebridge had a lot of information. A lot of questions are potentially being answered for me, but a lot of very important questions are being created as well from what they're sharing with me. So now I'm in the midst of making plans to physically go see Mr. Hucklebridge so we can talk smoothly and clearly in person. and because I trust him. My gut's screaming, it's a green light. Now, I hope I'm making sense of this video. So, along my ride of gathering knowledge and listening to all of the people, my gut tells me what's legit and what isn't legit. My gut tells me who's legitimate to listen to when it comes to certain questions that I have. And my gut has also brought me alarm bells when it comes to previous people I potentially trusted and how I basically am not really in communication with them anymore today because nothing, no drama there. It's just my guts leading me. So now where am I at? Where am I at? Communicating. Who do I trust? What's going on, little man? You alright? Is it still working? Is it working? Okay, I'm going to be done here pretty quick. I'm just going to talk to all these people right now. And then we're going to go play after, okay?
Where?
Where? Out there. Sorry.
Up there?
Outside.
Outside?
Yeah. Okay? There you go.
See, I write this and I do this.
Okay. So for me, when we have come across how many people have emailed in, strangers. Some people aren't. Some people I'm familiar with their names. A lot of strangers have emailed in the words and sentences and potential short conversations they allegedly have had with these people. Do I know that is true? No, I don't. Do I know those people? No, I don't. Do it have my interest and my attention? Yes, they do. Now, for me, I mean, I could have 50 people from around the globe email me tomorrow that I've never met and just dictate to me, look, I talked to them, this is what they said. And I still have to just listen and go, okay, note taken. I don't even know these people, but my gut just says, okay, note taken. And then I start seeing the patterns. And then I start seeing patterns of sentences shared with various people that aren't connected from these alleged forest people. And all that information I take in and I put it on a shelf in the back of my head. Now, finally, bam, in my face, from my ride, somebody I know and trust has just communicated with them. So for me, now that launches me up the knowledge ladder about 20 more flights for me, because now it's not just a stranger emailing me and me looking for a pattern in other people emailing me and me taking note of patterns of words spoken, how it happened, how it made them feel, everything I can suck out of those experiences that people are sharing. I'm trying to see the patterns and run it by my gut, and I'm taking note of it and putting it on the shelf here. I can't ignore it because so many people email about communicating without their mouths open. Now, finally, it's happened with someone I know and trust. For me, that's huge. Okay, that takes me to the next level a lot faster than I was going. So now where are we at? I've been tossing the idea. I knew that what I was about to possibly do, if I stayed in the States and traveled to these other people who I don't know, while I was down in the South, my gut was screaming at me that everything I needed, I can't even put it into words. My gut was steering me to over not far from here. And my gut was screaming at me that those questions will be answered at home. I don't have to be down there. I don't have to spend all that extra money to travel around. And I definitely don't need to be challenging my health and ignoring my infection and pushing forward, because everything I was being told somehow, not in words, just a feeling that these answers are going to be answered right in my backyard. Now, here we go. Darren, balls of titanium. He's a kind human being, trustworthy. He does not have sneaky, nefarious motives at all. And he went in there by himself yesterday and he stayed overnight. And he had some amazing things to share with me. I was text me this morning all the way in. So I'm going to share a little bit to give you a bit of a heads up. Darren's going to come here tomorrow and we're going to talk. To start, I'm not effing crazy, I hope. Well, I'm still effing processing the night. It was a long one because I only slept maybe a couple of hours. I wasn't scared. Not like when the trees were getting smashed. There was at least 2 of them there. It sounded like they were smacking big rocks together in some kind of pattern like Morse code. The first smacks came from on the lake, and then the reply was maybe 75 yards up the hill in the timber. What are you seeing out there, little man? What's out there?
There's a gate for the horses. No, get in the hay.
Okay. Oh, the horses are in the hay? Hold on a second.
Yeah, and not in the hay.
Oh, no, they're not. Okay, all right.
No.
All right. Thanks for keeping an eye out, buds.
Waker got an owie on her back. Look.
Oh, yeah. Ouch. All right, you sit up there. Play one more round of your game. All right?
Hey,
I'm almost done.
Off again. Look it.
Is it working?
No,
Okay. So can you get it working again?
it's not working.
Hold on a second. Got a little groovy tune in the background, don't we? Now listen to this. I wasn't scared, not like when the trees were getting smashed. There was at least 2 of them there. It sounded like they were smacking big rocks together in some kind of pattern like Morse code. The first smacks came from on the lake, and then the reply was maybe 75 yards up the hill in the timber. I didn't yell, but I said out loud that I was just here to hang out. I didn't touch your bones, and I won't. Silence for a couple of minutes, and then 1 smack, and silence again. Then there was like a really deep, vibrating sound that sounded like a voice, and it was moving uphill from the lake. Every effing time I touched my camera, it went silent. Put the camera down, and it would start again. I finally grabbed my phone to record, and I think I got some of the sounds on... Oops. And I think I got some of the sounds on video, but it was around midnight. Then the questions in my head started, and were getting answered. I'm not crazy, dude. It was either me answering myself, or they were answering. I don't know if you ever talk to yourself in your head when you're hunting. That's what I was doing. I do all the time. The difference here was the answers came immediately. And I asked, are you Sasquatch people? Am I safe? Will I see you? Can I stay here? And for some reason, I asked a question about my dad who passed away 8 years ago, and right away an answer. I was told, you're a solid man, a protector just like me, and that you can be trusted, but most people cannot be trusted. We need to fear the human people far more than the... Oh, sorry, and I think then Darren said this. We need to fear the human people far more than the forest people. Humans are the reason they are out there. I kept hearing a saying that I've never heard before in my life. Keep your circle small. There's so much more that I questioned, man. And pretty much every question got an answer. They're not bad people. Not these ones. There are bad ones out there, but there's way more bad humans than bad forest people. They trust very few people, and it takes a long time for them to trust us. Once they do trust us, they make sure we know they're around, and they'll even play with us when we're in the bush. I have to admit, at first I was a little scared, but after a couple of minutes, I had no fear at all. Man. It was a couple hours of shit happening, and now I feel like I can write an effing novel. I feel like I could go on for hours. The only words spoke out loud were, I'm just here to hang out. And the rest were all unspoken words. I hope I haven't actually lost my marbles. I have no fear at all about going in there again. None. Wow, and then I replied to him this morning, so he's going back and forth here still. But that's the gist of it. So, for me, that basically confirms my gut feelings about coming home. I didn't need confirmation that they are right in this particular area that I knew anyway. But now we have someone who I know and trust in communication. And that's a first for me, directly knowing someone.
It's still on.
You good?
Drop it.
Okay, man. So I hope you're following along and you see how important this is to me. And it doesn't mean that I do not trust people who email me. I need to hear from all the people. But when you don't know each other, when you can't go to where people are going, you have to rely on your gut instincts of whether or not you're listening to somebody who's valid or not, because there's always going to be that obvious possibility of deception going on, right? But that doesn't stop me from communicating with people or going out of my way and out of dollars out of my pocket to go meet with these strange people who are allegedly having the communication thing going on. At all. That's how I'm going to learn. Hey, little man.
Yeah?
Just for a second, okay? Or was I? I'm babysitting. I'm a babysitter. So anyway, it's just what's just went down. Hopefully for all you whose gut tells you that I am not misleading in any way, and you're right along with me on my ride, our ride, that this is really going down. This just cleared up a few questions I may have had, and now I'm moving on to more bigger, powerful questions. I've got so many questions to frickin' rock it, right? Darren's gonna come by here tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he's gonna sit right here with me. On his way home, he's gonna sit right here, and we're gonna hammer out a conversation on camera. And we're gonna listen to what he has to say and what he's learned. This is very, very interesting for me. Am I going to go there? Probably. Probably. I'm probably going to go there. Now what? I will also be curious to see if something happens at Darren's home this next handful of days. I don't know. Who knows? Will it happen? I don't know. It seems to be a common denominator for people who intentionally establish communication with these people. Do I believe there's good ones and bad ones? I believe there is more going on out there than just what we might consider the Sasquatch people. I believe there's definitely more going on out there. Do I believe there are quote, kill teams of human beings avidly seeking out destroying these people? I'm hearing it more and more from different people who I am feeling are legitimate. I need to go talk to Mr. Hucklebridge in person more and learn from him what more he has on that topic, but I do believe that's going down. But my brain's been trying to figure out how. And as I was driving home today through the woods for the past couple hours, I'm throwing questions that just go, my brain races nonstop normally anyway. And how about this one? How about this one? Is there a possibility there are some dark beings out there who, these people who may allegedly be involved in kill teams, are using against their own to locate them? That's a possibility, right? When I'm trying to figure out how the hell can a human being be so skilled and so advanced to be able to intentionally pull off locating and destroying these people? How do you get there? I mean, I've been a hunter all of my life, and a professional hunter, and a good one for a long time. So I have the hunter mind. I know what's hard. I know what's easy. I know how to make things happen. I know how to locate basically anything I'm looking for. I'll find it in the woods. But how could a human being do this with these beings who outclass us so fiercely? And that thought finally came up today was, there's a big chance they are using some sort of subspecies hybrid against these other people. That's a big possibility, right? How you making out, little man? You good?
I turn it.
All right. Just a couple more minutes, okay, buddy?
Okay.
And then we'll go do something, all right?
Okay.
Okay. And what else is I wondering as well? If, and I've said this for quite some time, if it's legitimate that there are human, quote, kill teams avidly seeking these people out and killing them, and if we find out why, that you think about the questions in life that right there is going to answer. That's going to answer some massive questions for humanity. Think about it. If this is
Turn
true.
off again.
What? Oh, no. All right, I'll turn it on. Hold on a second.
So turn
Okay,
it
well, give me 1
off.
second before I lose this thought, though.
Yeah, and it go die.
Okay, I'll get it. But think about it. Like, really seriously, think about it. If there are specifically human kill teams seeking these beings out and killing them, and we find out the honest reason why, that's going to answer so
We see
frickin'
your
much.
face.
Right?
I see
Give me a
my
second.
face.
All right, it's working. Whew. All right, so anyways, this is pretty exciting for me because this just took me leaps ahead in my own journey because it's somebody I know and trust, and I know this is factually going down. I don't have to go out of my way to find Darren and meet him in person, look into his eyes and listen to him and see what my gut says. I've done it. That part's done, so this is legitimate. And it's happening in my backyard, which I felt was legitimate when I was in the southern states.
When I go see, I see articles on your boat. Want to come over here? Come on.
No, I've still got to talk to my friends here first for a minute, okay?
There's some clues over here on your boat over there.
Yeah, we don't want to sit in a boat in the rain right now.
No.
No.
Sorry. There's some clues.
Listen, if
on
I gotta
it.
babysit and go through this, so do you guys. So anyways, what am I saying? So, keep your circle small. Obviously, if it's legitimate that these beings are fleeing from bad asses, the smaller the circle, the less detection, right? The easier to
I go
hide.
turn it off.
What?
I turning it off.
Okay, but you gotta be real quiet for a minute while I talk to my friends, okay?
Okay.
Just for a few more minutes. Thanks.
And my iPad go die.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe go die.
Uh-oh, that's weird. I don't even know what he's saying. Okay, so 1 minute. All right, buddy? Where was I? Is there still a chance that these particular beings that Darren's in contact with, are they bad? There's always a chance of that. Now, isn't there? Are they misleading him? There's always a chance of that, isn't there? I guess we're going to soon find out in what happens at his home later on. What happens when he goes hunting? Am I going to go out there with him? Something's telling me to do it. I probably am. And then I guess I'll have to, and then I'll be able to have those questions answered for me as well. Right? I guess I'm rambling. I'm hoping this is making sense, you guys. But I hope you understand
I can't hear it.
Huh?
I can't hear it.
Okay, cool. Just give me one more second. Then we're going to go outside.
Okay.
All right. And then, this isn't easy. Imagine all you parents are probably laughing at me right now, right? Welcome to my world. Try to get something done.
Look, there's a dinosaur there. Look.
What?
There's a dinosaur
Oh, yeah.
inside there.
Okay. All right, just give me 1 second. Anyway, I'm going to get this loaded up. That's what's going down. This is where my journey is going. This is where I've been led. This is 110% legitimate. I'd bet my existence on the fact that this just went down and much more went down. And we're going to hear about it word for word. For me, this is propelling me. Propelling me. A few more flights of stairs up, and it's filling in some serious puzzle pieces that I've just had these puzzle pieces hovering over that spot, wanting to drop them in there. But I needed to go meet with people, look into their eyes and hear their voices and hear what they had to say first so I could let my gut decide if this is really going down or not. So I'm there. I've done that part is what I'm saying. I'm done. Perfect. Puzzle piece drop. Boom. Communication is going on. For me, not a doubt about it. Take from what you will, leave it. But for me, this is absolutely legitimate. Period. Now, how's that for a journey climbing the knowledge ladder, right? If you look at how many people kept you looking at dermal ridges and mid-tarsal breaks for how long? Kept everybody going in circles, right? Now we're just surging ahead. Who gives a shit about dermal ridges? Now we're onto the communicating end of this shit. For real. Now, do you realize the impact and the importance and significance? If I can find out who is seeking out and destroying these people and why, that's going to answer a massive, massive amount of mysteries pertaining to us. Think about that one. Think about that one. Finding out if it's legitimate. Finding out who is killing these people and why. Holy shit, crack open a frickin' bag of beans or what? Right? This is absolutely huge potential. There you go. Definitely going to be seeing you guys tomorrow. Later. Chippy, come here. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Look at that camo that he got at them. Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this? Camouflage. It's like, it's your hunting shirt. What? What are you saying?
Money.
That's my $2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quit acting like your aunt. Lunging for the money. Kidding. I'm kidding. So, what do you want to do today? What do you think we should do? What do you want to do? It's a big deer, isn't it? Yeah.
Look at that away.
That's not a big deer, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Those are wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? That's a mask. Do you see that mask up there? That's a mask.
Why?
Well, it's made to
Is that
in
your
honor of some.
That was your big one?
It's actually a mask made in honor of some other people that live on the planet with us.
Why?
Well, because they deserve respect. Now, do you want to say hi to anybody? Look at.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name? What's your name? Tell them what your name is.
Ezra.
Ezra. But what do we call you? What do we call you? What do we call you? Little Chippy. Right? Little Chippy. Okay, Chippy, I gotta go. I'm babysitting. And hopefully everybody comes home from the hospital okay. Right?
Yeah.
Luckily you're okay and everybody's okay from the big tree that fell in the car, huh?
Yeah.
It was a big tree?
Yeah.
How big?
Big.
Big.
Yeah.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
There you go, you guys. Wouldn't that be interesting if my channel gets gonged after what I just shared today? We'll see, right? If this channel does get gonged, we still have the backup channel, the Round Table of Knowledge, and I have a channel on Rumble. Okay, you guys? Take note of that in case this channel disappears, all right? Okay, say goodbye.
Bye.
Say see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Say see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What? Can you say see you tomorrow?
I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
There you go. All right, let's get out of here.
Laura, look it up the hill. What is it with me and bones and trees? Look at that. That is freaking bizarre. I can't get near it, but I'm gonna just. That's wild. That is wild. Right below is this. Bones. I'm not gonna touch them. Right below those bones. They're fairly old.